Hey folks, here at OS Reviews. You're watching our video first look and a quick review of the SmartOmi Soul. These are a pair of wireless Bluetooth headphones that sells on Amazon for sub $25, and they're meant for sports, for working out, as well as for traveling. Even though they're not active noise canceling, they feature a integrated microphone for answering phone calls, and they're overall pretty comfortable to use, although they're not high fidelity or hi-fi grade pair of headphones. So over here we have access just to the headphones themselves. We'll take a closer look at the design in a second. There's also access to a micro USB cable for charging. It takes about 2 hours to completely charge, and afterwards it will work for about 8 hours of continuous audio playback. There's also silicone tips that you can get a more custom fit with. And finally, there's some quick thank you cards and pairing instructions located in the user manual. Looking at the design, the first thing that struck me was how well built these are. It really feels like something that Sony might make, from the color scheme to its feel. Nothing is hollow. Despite being made out of plastic, it feels quite substantial because of its aluminum accents and just how everything is put together. There's a very flexible rubber arm that sits onto the outside of your ears, and there's even a aluminum tip that catches on the outside that prevents it from falling out. And on the other side, you really see how interesting the shape of these ear tips are. It protrudes at an angle, and this side catches the inner ear just to prevent it from falling loose, whereas this angle is claimed to be ergonomic as well as form-fitting. So it indeed fits pretty well and isolates quite a bit of sound just by the design of these ear tips. It's a good thing because you won't really notice that much sound in your external world when you're listening to your music. Otherwise, taking a quick look at the design, you can see the company's logo embedded onto the end caps made out of this aluminum material. And finally, there's a flat ribbon wire that prevents tangling that is housed in between the inline remote control, which features talk and end keys in addition to volume controls, also dubs as the power key and the play pause key. There's a slight microphone there which can be used to answer phone calls with iOS or Android, and there's also a micro USB port for charging. So everything is covered up. If you want to take it outside for a quick run and you get some water in, it should still be fine. Light water and as well as sweat proof definitely is what they're going for here. The keys themselves are pretty tactile and responsive, and again, if we tap on the center key for a few seconds longer, we enter the pairing mode, which you see in a flashing red and blue logo. So pretty easy to set up and to get started with your phone. When it comes to the audio quality, again, I was impressed by the sound of these Soul earphones. They sounded nice and loud, they were clean, so if I turn the volume all the way down or even all the way up, I couldn't notice any distortion or static, which is very common in these low-cost Bluetooth headphones, but you won't find that here. It's very clean sounding. The range is around 10 meters or 33 feet. Didn't have any problems with that when testing it with an iPhone and also an Android device, and it offers a good amount of bass, but it's not overly punchy. It could get a little bit more thumpy in the lower frequencies, but not really bad for a mid-end, pair of Bluetooth headsets that you will get for general listening. In terms of the mids of the sound, it does pretty good. It's loud, it's clean sounding. Same thing with higher frequency notes, it does register them pretty well. So overall, a very clean listening experience. There's not that much distortion, there's not much static, and overall they are comfortable to wear just because they are quite lightweight and they are form-fitting as well. So I tried moving around, shaking it around. I couldn't really hear that much cable noise either, which is nice, just because the cables are kind of distanced apart from the ear tips themselves, just by the nature of this more sports-like design, which is a benefit here. For vigorous exercise, I tried wearing them. They still stayed in place, which is nice. I also like how the design here is pretty discreet. It's not too over the top. It's fairly classy, which is what I like and what I prefer. I believe there's one other color scheme, but this is pretty much what the headphones look like. It doesn't come in a crazy assortment of colors, but otherwise you get a very good build quality and very solid sound at this price. So you can check out more details in our official written review, but for now this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. This has been the Soul Wireless Bluetooth Headphones.